All right, how's it going, everyone? We are going to continue from yesterday. So yesterday we tried implementing Sentry in our app using the Sentry Expo package, the one from Expo, and it makes sense to use that one, right? But we ran into an issue. There's the issue. You see that? That crazy logging? Yeah. So basically, when I actually spoke with some fellow engineers from Sentry about this issue, and yeah, they also gave me a solution. There we go. They gave me a solution to the problem, because yeah, this happens only when we're using the Expo dev client. Yeah, we know Sentry, yeah. But yeah, this happens only. By the way, thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, this happens only when we're using the Expo dev client. And if you remember, we started off with the Expo Go client. And then when we installed Realm DB into our app, we had to but we had to change and go with the Expo dev client. Otherwise, our database on the simulator will not work. And because we're using a simulator, not a real device, I guess that was the reason. Maybe on real device it would have worked, or maybe not. I don't know. Bottom line is, the Realm suggested that we should switch to the Expo dev client, and that causes an issue. Yeah, that causes an issue, and Christoph actually figured out what the issue is. So yeah, here's what we need to do. Basically, we need to import everything as network from the Expo network package. There's the dev server port. It's pretty much always 8081. There you go, 8081/logs, right? But the IP is probably different. I'm not sure. Depends on where you are, right? But yeah, then the dev server IP address can be obtained from the get IP address async method from the network package, and then we can set that one. And when we initialize our Sentry SDK, there's the React Native tracing integration here, and there is a method called should_create_span for requests. Hold on. Changing the music. There we go. Yeah, basically, there's the should_create_span for request. This method gets called every time there's a network request happening within the app, and for every request we can return a boolean from this method whether we want to create a span or not, right? And that is actually the fix. So if we're not in the dev environment, right, if the environment variable __ dev is not set, or if the URL doesn't start with the dev server IP address and dev server port and /logs, because that is basically the culprit in our case, right? So let's actually implement this, and we should not see the crazy logging that's happening right now. So we are in the app tsx file. I'm going to import the network from Expo network, but I guess, yeah, we don't have the Expo network package, so we need to install that, right? Expo network. Yep. Okay, so let's do npx expo install Expo network. Man, what's with the music? What is this? We need better music. All right, let's go with lo-fi. Yeah, you can't go wrong with lo-fi, right? Okay, we got the package here installed. This is okay. Now we need to obtain the dev server port. There we go, there's the dev server port and the IP address using the package. Beautiful. And then when we initialize our SDK, we have the React Native tracing, I presume. Yep, because we have our routing instrumentation here. We should also append the, aside from the routing instrumentation, we should also add the should create span for requests. So there we go. If the URL is either in dev or the URL starts with the dev server IP address /logs, don't create a span for that request. Okay, let's give this a go and see what's up. In the meantime, I'm going to log in. React Native. I'm gonna lock this so the project doesn't move, and I'm actually going to delete this because I want to see what happens in the breadcrumbs section after this. Yeah, the other thing that we had issue with is because we're using the Sentry implementation from the Sentry Expo package, the current version of the Sentry Expo package doesn't use the latest Sentry version, so the attached screenshots is not actually being passed on. That's why I have the TS ignore here, because if I remove it, we can see that the attached screenshot is not a known property. So I thought they would get all of our values here and they would spread the values, but that is not the case. The attached screenshot is still set to true. Sorry, to false. Okay. As you can see, the terminal is much more calm now. There's no crazy stuff going on. Okay, let's check it out. There's the breadcrumb. There's only one breadcrumb. Okay. I think so far everything looks good. Let's go all the way to the top to actually check out what's going on with Sentry. Okay, as you can see, we have all of these integrations installed successfully. The error handlers, which is good. Release, inbound filters, breadcrumbs, the debug symbolicator, the device context, There's the route change from the tracing integration that we added. Route change scope, that's good. React Native tracing is now installed. Expo Bear integration is also installed. As you can see, we also have the measurements log here. So the app starts took like 4.5 seconds. And there we go, SDK initialized. 0 crash reports. We still haven't crashed the app just yet. Okay, let's actually see, because right now the logger terminal is calm. Yeah, right now the logger is not like we don't create spans for the logger, and that means we're going to see performance as well. Are we going to see? No. Is adding sentry the last thing you have to do? Yeah and no. We still have the bug in the monthly chart. I'm not sure why it's there. For example, we bought bananas on the 29th of December, but as you can see, it says it's like on the 4th of December, right? So that's wrong. It should be here, not here. So there's this bug, and also we don't have the total for implementation, which it's not really a big deal, because the way that I would approach it is, see this button here, that is the picker. Yeah, John, thanks for stopping by. As you can see, we are opening. Oh man, look at this background. That should not be that bright. But yeah, we're opening the bottom sheet from, by clicking on this button, and we can pick the weekly, monthly, yearly, right? Same should go here. When we click on this week, we should just say this week or this month or this year, and the list should change accordingly, right? That is all there is that we need to do. And the way we do that is super simple. We already have where are we now? Screens. For example, if we go to the reports screen and scroll all the way to the bottom, we can see that we have the bottom sheet here, right? I don't think we are going to need, yeah, actually we are going to need a ref. And the music is weird today. What is going on? We need something better. We need something more uplifting. More energy. We need energy. Alternative rock. Okay, let's try this one out. Okay, so yeah, we're going to add the bottom sheet into the expenses screen as well. We're gonna have the index set to -1. The index is basically the initial level where the bottom sheet is open, right? We want to be closed. We want to trigger opening the bottom sheet. We don't want it open by default, right? So we just set the index to -1, and -1, yeah, means it's just closed state, right? If we set the index to 1, it's going to enter the snap points array, and it's going to give us the firsts. Or like if we do 0, it's going to give us the first element, which is 25. And let's actually demonstrate that, right? If I save this, there we go. The initial one is at 25% now. And if we do 1, we're gonna see it at 50%. If I do 2, probably gonna break. Yeah. So -1 means it's closed. 0 means whatever the value of the first snap point is. So we're gonna keep this at -1. I'm just gonna grab the whole bottom sheet, go to the expenses screen right here, As you can see, we don't use the set recurrence just yet, but that's gonna change. So I'm gonna open an empty React fragment and place the bottom sheet below. We want to make sure that everything is imported. Here's our ref. So let's create the ref as well. Use ref. Okay. And then we have the select recurrence item. State recurrence. So we just have the recurrence, right? We don't have the state dot. This is set recurrence, the item. Okay, item is recurrence. Okay, we kind of got it, right? Here's the data, and there's the item. All we need to do, hold on, if like while we are here, I'm gonna set this to 25. I don't know, just like set it to 50. You see that? Now we have the bottom sheet into the expenses view. And aside from the weekly, monthly, yearly, I also wanted to append this. Okay, it's not gonna be that simple, right? So we need a function to convert the recurrence into this type of string, like this month, this week, without the ly. We could do it dirty, right? We could do this and then item and then substring. Like instead of -1, we'll just do -2. And this is dirty, right? This week, this month, this year. And maybe it's gonna work in this case, right? Because we only have these recurrences. I don't anticipate adding an additional recurrence. Even if we're talking about, I don't know, adding a second. Okay, if we talk about, I don't know, bi-weekly, the substring is going to turn that into a b-week, and it's going to be this and this b-week. That I don't think that makes sense, right? So it's not going to work in that case. Yeah, gross fix, but if it works, it works. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, the idea is to make a simple function, right? Make a simple function. I don't know, let's see, utilities, expenses. We got some expenses utilities. Average amount in period. It's probably not here. Yeah, it has nothing to do with the expenses. So I'm just gonna do recurrences.ts. So export const get how do we name this? How do we name this something string? How do we name that? What is that? We're going to accept the recurrence. We are going to have a switch based on the recurrence. If the recurrence is like recurrence, oh, wait a minute. This is recurrence, and we already have that. So, daily, nope. We're talking about, actually, yeah, right? Actually, yeah, we should say this day as well, but the dirty fix is not gonna sanitize recurrence. Yeah, we can use that. Yeah, people use sanitize a lot. Sanitize this, sanitize that. But yeah, we are going to sanitize the recurrence, right? Okay, but yeah, we need to go this way with the actual function, like a utility function, because we forgot to add the daily, and we're not going to be using none, right? There is no option for none in the expenses screen, in this screen, because we do need to show at least the day, right? So on the daily, we are going to return this day. On the weekly, this week, there we go. Copilot is come on, Copilot. Okay, it needed a little push, and pretty much that's it, right? And then we have the default. I'll just return an empty array, an empty string. So this is what we need to get sanitized recurrence. Get sanitized recurrence. Okay, let's think about this. I do like it. I do like the sanitized approach. What's the word where you reference something, like you reference something in the temporal way, or like, no, yeah, actually, this day, this week, maybe we should look into that, like, I don't know. Get sanitized, like we're referring to this day or this week or this month. I don't know. If you have a better naming, please let me know in the chat. But I'm going to use, at least for now, I'm going to use this one. Current recurrence. Get current snapshot. Oh, yeah, but I mean, the way that we express, I don't know. Current recurrence. That sounds interesting. Get current recurrence. Sanitize recurrence. No. Yeah, I don't think the get sanitized recurrence does it justice, honestly. Yeah, current recurrence. Okay, get current recurrence. So I'm just going to do delete this, and just wrap the item with our new method. So let's import that. And let's see. We need all of the recurrences. So weekly, monthly, yearly, but then also the daily one, right? So this day, this week, this month, and this year. So this day, week, month, and year. Beautiful. As you can see, we have the data changing, so that's hooked up properly. I like that. This is not changing, the total 4. Okay, so we're just setting the recurrence here. I am going to change recurrence. I'm gonna just add a new method here. It's going to take the new recurrence. It's going to say set recurrence, but then I'm going to access the reports sheet ref. And by the way, we need to rename that. So this is the recurrence sheet ref. Okay. Current, and we just want to say close. This could be undefined. Start with that. Okay, it doesn't have a type, so bottom sheets. There we go. Current, close. Nice. So when we change this, oh come on. Okay, yeah, of course. Of course, Lazar, don't be that fast. So set recurrence, we just want to do change recurrence in that case. So when we click on this week, yeah, we click on this week, we actually change it. And where we have this week, we should also do the get current recurrence of the currently selected recurrence. And when we click on the currently selected recurrence, we should do recurrence sheet ref current open, no, index, snap to index, expand probably. Well, let's see, what did we use here in this case? Current close, it's only current close. Okay. How did we actually open this? Oh wait, it should not be here actually. We only passed the report sheet refs so we can close it, but we actually open it from the home screen. Expand, yes. Okay, so it is expand. Oh man, click, okay, React guy. It's press on React Native. Let's check this out. Bam! This day, beautiful. This week, beautiful. There's the feature, right? This is all there is. This is all there is to it. Cool. Now let's crash it. And check some stuff in our Sentry dashboard. There's one of the errors. Let me zoom in on that. 10 minutes ago, cannot find variable bottom sheet, right? So while we were building the bottom sheet, I pressed save. The hot module replacement actually reloaded the app and the issue happened, so it got reported, right? But the idea is that we don't have the screenshots now. I guess we'll have to wait for Expo to update. Here we go, yeah. As you can see, basically we're using the Sentry React Native package version 4.9.0, but we should actually be using, let me zoom in. We should actually be using 4.13, because that's the latest. Get plain recurrence. Yeah, since the recurrences are technically intemporal. Yeah, get plain recurrence. Sounds good as well. Plain recurrence. Plain recurrence. Get plain recurrence. Yeah. Current recurrence, because that tells us something else, right? Give me the get current recurrence should return you the currently set recurrence, but in our case we don't return a recurrence. we return a string instead, right? So that's totally different. So we need to come up with a better name. The plain recurrence means that we're not returning a recurrence, we're returning something else. Get plain recurrence, so can be reused anywhere else. Yeah. Okay. So basically add this to, yeah. Yes. You know what? Yeah. Let's actually do that. So plain recurrence. We're gonna get this out of there and append it here. So this is one of the places and this is another place. Yes, get plain recurrence. Actually returns it as a day, week, month, year, whatever. And we append this. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Air Hogan. That's the way. Right, cool. So there we go. We actually added the bottom sheet here as well. Right? There's the other one. And we don't actually need the plain recurrence here. Weekly, monthly, and yearly is totally fine in this case, but in this case we needed the month. Okay, what else should we change? The $1.95. That is still static. There we go. Okay, so basically we have the grouped expenses right here, and we need to calculate the total. Did we have a utility function for that? Average amount in period, grouped expenses by day, and just a filter. Okay, so I guess if we go to the reports screen, the total is actually, yeah, the total is actually inlined. But in this case, we want to do that. We're playing with the filtered expenses, and in this case, we're playing with the grouped expenses. Okay, and the expenses group contains the day, expenses, and total. Okay. So we can loop through the expenses group and then just sum up the totals, right? Because we actually show the totals right here. So we can just sum these up and we'll have the value. So total equals grouped expenses. I'm gonna say reduce get me the group. We're going to return group.total, and we also wanna return not the index but the previous, oh yeah, previous value and the current. So sum plus equals total, while the default one is just 0. Okay, so that's the total 4 $, this. Okay, so 18 because we have only one. This day is 0, of course we haven't spent anything today, and this month 403. Let's check it out. So 35 plus 350 plus 18, 403. Beautiful. All right, that works. I'm just going to remove the 2 touchable opacities that simulate a crash because we already got this working. There we go, there's a screen. Everything works nicely. So if I were to add, like, if I were to add $7 today, we should see 410. So I'm just going to add $7, no recurrence today. That's all right. Notes, I don't know, what are we thinking? Let's do another takeout. It's going to be crepes with the authentic E. Okay, let's go now. There we go, $410. Okay, so we also need to sort them. As you can see, we have 5th of January, the 3rd of January. We have yesterday, which was what, 11th of January, and we have today. So we need to sort these. When we actually obtain the grouped expenses, we have the group expenses by day, and then we fill up these exactly. For each ends here, and we just need to sort them. And at the first we need the today, then we need the yesterday, and then we need everything else. Yeah, because yeah. Okay, so we are going to do something like this. This might not be like the... Yeah, it's not reversal, right? We have the 3rd, we have the 5th. If I reverse, maybe it's gonna make sense, right? But I'm not sure, like, I'm not sure how the order is gonna be. For example, we have 5th and 3rd. If I go and add an expense on the 4th, right? Let's take that one to be, I don't know, 23. Groceries, we can do groceries, we can do watermelons, a lot of watermelons, and go to the expenses. We have the 4th of January at the bottom now, right? So it's like in the order in the order which the expenses got created. Yeah, so we do need a sort, and I wanted to do this basically. This equals expenses, actually grouped expenses. Do we want to do that? I was thinking about like this structuring today, yesterday, and then rest, but what if there is no today, right? What if there's like only yesterday, no expenses for today? That's not gonna be yesterday is gonna be the 1st, right? So I don't know, let's oh man, we had a different approach when we developed the Swift UI version. Let me actually check what we did in the Swift UI version. There's the iOS one. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. No, this is the React Native one. Sorry. This is the one. This is the React Native one. This is the iOS one. Okay, there we go. Let's see how we actually did it in Swift so we can do something similar in JavaScript. Expenses screen, group expenses by date. Okay, let's jump into it. Okay, these are the format date to short, which returns today, yesterday, or the actual date. And then we append this, and then we actually sort this. Okay, so here's the catch. Right, here's the catch. So for example, when we do result.sorted, if the key is today or yesterday, we return true. Otherwise, we compare the two dates. Okay. Does this... There's also a bug in this one. Which comes first, yesterday or today? It's gonna be true. So if yesterday is like if yesterday is the first element of our group, it's gonna be the first one. Then we have the today afterwards. We can actually reproduce this easily. So it's still buggy, right? It's still buggy. I mean, the dirtiest way is to just go give me the today, if it exists, push it to the list. Alright, let's think about this for a second. We can't use dates. We are going to use, for example, the date FNS compare for the actual dates, right? But not really for the today and yesterday. We can't compare them. How do we do this? I don't want to loop one time to find today and obtain it. I don't want to loop another time to find yesterday and obtain it. And I don't want to loop again and sort all of them. Right? What if we were... What if we were to loop once? Hold on, let me put the charger in. What if... Today exists, then push it, and then see if yesterday exists and push it, then sort by date. I was thinking something like that, yeah. Yeah, something like loop once. If you find today, assign it. If you find yesterday, assign it. Otherwise, just push it to a different list, which are the rest of the dates, right? Yeah, but we don't know what comes first, right? For example, if today exists, then we can push it to the lists. But what if we land on yesterday at first? We're gonna push it to the list, then we land on today at first. I mean, then we land on today, and then we push it, so today is gonna be second, right? We want today to be first. And we need to make sure that today is first. So I was thinking like, I don't know, today and yesterday, and then the rest, which is going to be an array. Right, these are going to be grouped expense. What was the type? Expenses group. So these are the expenses group, and this is going to be the going to add the type here. Right, so I want to do grouped expenses for each okay, so it's an object. Yeah, it's not really we need to do object.key instead of this. And then we need to do for each. Then we have the key instead, right? So if key is today, no, I'm not gonna do that. So if the key is today, Copilot, if the key is yesterday, otherwise. Right, so if the key is today, today equals the grouped expenses, and let's use that key. Oh, it's okay, so it's not really a group. These are just expenses. Like this, right? So grouped expenses by key returns an array of expenses. Okay. Oh man. Okay. But why though? An array of expenses. Exactly. All right. All right. And in this case, the rest is going to be oh, okay, let's think about this. What if we were, I mean, we can't really, we have the expenses here. What if, yeah, let's do the sorting. It's gonna be super, you know, much simpler if we sort the expenses by the date here, because we are playing with a flat array, right? So sorted equals expenses dot sort, and we have the A and B. So we need to do A dot date. I guess something like this. Okay, let's see. 3, 4, 5, and then we have yesterday and today. This is weird, isn't it? Actually, no, it's not weird. So we need to do B minus A, so we can have it in the decreasing order. And there we go. If we don't have today, then we don't have today, right? We get that later on. So I'm just going to use this. Actually, wait a minute. Sort mutates the array in place, so we don't actually need that. That's why the expenses were changing, right? Okay, we are sorting it. Now we can see, now we can see that in the correct array, and we can actually even like change that here. Okay, we closed Expo, but yeah. Okay. What about this though? 543, that's correct, yeah. For example, today is actually like 12th of January. This is 12, 11, 5, 4, 3. That is in decreasing order. Beautiful. Okay, we got it. And this screen is pretty much done. This date, no, wait a minute. That's wrong. That's wrong. We should see one expense. Get grouped expenses. Right? So the expenses, we get them all pretty much. Okay. Let's check out the filtered. Alright, so let me go to the app TSX and actually remove the debug because we have confirmed that everything's correct century-wise. Okay, there we go. The filtered one, the filter doesn't really work, so let's get in calculate range, start and end. This might be the case. Actually, I can't really console. Actually, I can. Console log start and then give me the end as well. Keloyan, hi, how are you? I've been watching this series for a day or two and I just went to the repos. In the React Native, it says that the next will be Jetpack Compose. In the Flutter one, it says Maui. Yeah, we are currently working in the React Native one and we got the idea to actually go ahead and just do the React Native here. But I need to change that. I need to change those. That is totally correct. GitHub, Nikolov, Lazar. Actually, goodbye. Money? Was it like this? Wait, I got the link. There's a Swift UI. So all we need to do is update Maui to, what was the Android native Jetpack Compose. There we go. And we need the Flutter one. Yeah, we are going to do native Android. And yeah, thanks for the reminder. Appreciate it. And we already have this one, so yeah, go. Okay, let's check out the start and the end, and I believe that we have the problem right in front of us. The start and the end is okay, but now, boom, it's undefined. Okay, calculating range, let's get inside. Monthly, yearly, there we go. There is no daily, right? So, daily. What do we need to do? Set the start and the end. This is a nice showcase for multiple frameworks. Really like the idea. By the way, which one do you like the most for now? For now, let's do this. Okay, so framework number 1, according to my experience so far, Flutter, and then React Native, of course, and then Swift UI. I'm not sure. I mean, this is me, right? We're not talking about a seasoned mobile developer. I'm actually more of a web developer. I think Swift UI has a steeper learning curve, but that means I stumbled upon, you know, like bugs and stuff like that much more frequent than I stumbled with React Native and Flutter. I feel like with React Native there's a lot of hoops you have to jump through to do simple native things. Yeah, and we still haven't even tried doing native things, right? What I got, like, the reason why I have React Native as the second framework, and I'm a React developer initially, like I did a lot of React Web. It's still, like, I still put React Native as the second, because I don't know, the ecosystem is maybe even like too large, right? For example, we tried out different packages, and yeah, they were not like all sharp. So we needed to refactor the app a few times because of, you know, because of packages. Like we tried the one, we had issues with the bottom sheet until we found this one. We had issues with the charts. Oh man, charts. Yeah, that was crazy. What else was there? The view pager as well, until we rolled our own implementation using the ordinary, what was the name? Flat list? Yeah, flat list. So yeah, I'm not sure why, but I didn't see those issues in Flutter. Like I didn't really have any issues using third-party packages. I didn't use a lot of third-party packages in the Flutter one. But yeah, so far, like in the past 4 months or so, I would rank them like that. I'm gonna need a lot more developing with these frameworks in order to really, you know, rate them. But so far, yeah, SwiftUI, the learning curve was like too steep, so we were moving super slow in terms of the implementation. React Native, yeah, we stumbled upon a lot of packages that didn't really do, you know, they didn't really function the way that I expected them to. So I needed to refactor the app a few times. And I would put Flutter as the first place because I had 0 of those problems. Like the learning curve was not that steep, and the packages were not, you know, I used a lot less packages than React Native, for example, but I don't know, maybe that's the case. I don't know. It just like felt, yeah, just like felt solid, you know, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so this is the current, how I would rate them. Although these two, yeah, I would put more space between these two than these two. Yeah, SwiftUI, it is, yeah, it is pretty you know, specific and unique, while as these two are more, you know, common to each other. Okay, so daily, what do we do now? There's the start. The end is, yeah, pretty much the same, and that's it. Okay, so let's check this out. This week and this day. Wait a minute, no, the end is not the same. No, because this is going to return. Let me see what the check is. Yeah. See that? So we need to start with the 0 hour, 0 minute, and 0 second, right? So 0, wait, no, this is the monthly one. Hold on. Then we have the hours, minutes, and seconds, right? And for the end, we want to add, yes, 23:59. And there we go. So now we have the actual full day, right? Maybe I can even remove these because they're like 0 by default. While the end, I just need 24. Maybe we can use like the add hours. See the usage, date, and the amount. So end, instead of doing all of this and create a new date, I'm gonna do 24. Not really 24, right? Can we just do add? And there's a duration. Yeah, let's try that. So add, and there's a duration. Hold on. What's the duration thing? Years, months, weeks. Yeah. Okay, so it's an object. We can say hours 23, minutes 59, seconds 59. I don't want to do 24 on the clock because it might, the end might go into like the next day. So we'll just do 23:59 for now. Okay, there we go. This is today. This is this week. So it all works nicely. We also have the sorting and everything. Nice. Cool. Let's actually push this. Okay, so we're gonna do fixed century in def mode plus we got the expenses, bottom sheet, and functionality. This is a terrible message. But yeah, functionality means we got the bottom sheet, we have this and the sorting and whatnot and everything. Okay, we also got that issue done. It's not an issue, right? It was like a missing thing. We can take a look at the reports in this case. So let's go to the monthly charts. Here we go. Number of days. That should work just fine. Default values. The issue is here. So when we want to, for example, in this case, when we want to paint the bar, we basically tell the graph, give me the X value for that day, right? And the X value comes from this actually. Yeah, there's the X value. And here's the domain, right? So we loop through all of the grouped expenses and we just return the day, which is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc., etc. So when we want to say, oh man, hold on, console.log, didn't we remove them? We didn't. Okay, what else is this? Erase data. Oh, that's interesting. We actually forgot about that, so I'm gonna get back to that one. But when we want to say, we clean out the terminal. When we want to say, for example, give me the X value for the 29. The X value is 331. And that puts it here. But if we do, I don't know, 31, 351, 32, undefined. So, is it scaling? What about like 1, 2, 3, 4? Give me the fourth one. 84. 84. Okay, there's a huge difference. We have the same rectangles. This one is the card fill, which is the darker one. This one is the white fill, which is the selection one. But why? Why are we seeing this basically? Yeah. $350. Day is a number and total is a number. Okay, let's actually check out like one of these. I think, yeah, we only have one, so let's log out. Day group expenses. Check get the first one dot day. And then we want to do X for day and do X of this, right? So day one, no, it's not really a day one, isn't it? Okay, so there's the issue. There's the issue. Expense day, get day. Hold on, day of the week. No, no. Day of the month. Okay, there we go. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Okay, but what about the yearly charts? It's get month. Beautiful. Okay, we were clever then. There we go. 29th of December, 30th, and then 31st. Okay, we fixed it. We got it. There's our two, like from yesterday and today. Okay, now we're talking. This one is correct. This one is correct, and we just fixed this one. Beautiful. Okay. Fixed monthly charts. Fixed monthly chart. What was this? Damn it. Okay. Fixed monthly chart. My brain is blocked today. Okay, there was that. And also console.log. Ugh. There we go. Erase data press. This is this. Right now it doesn't do anything. We need to erase everything, basically. So, we need to use realm for that. And there was the realm. Use object, use query, use realm. Yeah. Realm equals use realm. No? Okay, so db equals realm. Use realm. What's up with the music? What is this? Man. Funk. Okay, let's try funk. We tried everything today. I'm not sure what's happening. Okay, we have the DB instance. Then we can do delete all, right? Okay, cool. Use realm. And instead of doing this, why am I like use realm, destructure this, don't do this, and then do this. There we go, much. There's no export. What do you mean? Realm context. Oh, okay, so we did something else then. Yeah, yeah, there we go. Realm context, and then we should do there we go. Okay. Okay, so we got the instance. And we just want to do delete all, right? Okay, let's see what's going to happen. Boom. Can only delete objects within the transaction. Okay, that means I need to do realm.write probably. And then delete all of them, right? So we got the data. Nope, can only delete. What do you mean? Oh man, okay. Realm.io. Let's check the docs. Delete React Native. Delete all. Read and write. Not the Java. No, wait. This is Mongo. React Native. CRUD. Delete. Delete this one, but what if I want to delete a lot? Delete all objects. Yeah. Or delete all. Realm right and realm delete all. Well, this is exactly what we're doing, right? How is this not a transaction? Alright, I'm just going to hit reload just in case. Oh, okay. Back to expenses. Sorry about this. We forgot to set the bottom sheet index to -1. Okay. There we go. So now it's closed. And now we can toggle it. Alright, let's see this again. Now it works, right? If I go to expenses, it's empty. Reports, no expenses. Then what did we do different? What's different about this? I honestly don't understand. So here's one, here's our old, and then here's the other one. There's no difference. Okay, maybe it was like the reload. Maybe it was the reload, but there we go. We have now the erase all as well. Nice. And I believe that's it. I believe we actually finished the app. Holy moly. Okay, so erase all data plus expenses bottom sheet initial index. Okay, so there we go. Let's try it out again. I don't like the placeholder here. Category name, placeholder, style. Can we actually... How can we style? Let's see. How can we style the placeholder of the text input? React Native text input placeholder color. Text color. There we go. Okay, so placeholder text color. I'm just gonna do theme colors. Text secondary probably. Yeah, much better. Okay. Categories, placeholder, text, color. Right? Okay, so category name. Groceries. Listing bson for React Native. Please polyfill get random values using the npm.js package get random values. All right, let's see what this is. If you use Expo manage, you can see CocoaPods is not supported. This is fine. It's not necessary. What should we do now? A small implementation of crypto. This is useful for polyfill libraries like UID to depend on it. Okay, so I guess we just need to install this, right? Okay. npx expo install. Bam. All right, let's see if the warning, this is a warning, but still, if the warning actually persists. There we go. npm run iOS. Let's check it. Hopefully it's gonna go away. Yo, the music. What happened? There were like more metal songs. Now there's only one. 4 minutes. It's not cool. Terrible. Building. Come on, let's go. Okay. Or not. And maybe this. I can say also this for React Native. We have waited for a long time with the building and the building. I think it's more instant in Flutter, or this, I don't know. Maybe it's my just tripping, but groceries. Okay, there's that. Let's add another one. Red one for bills. Well, we didn't. We did that, right? Turns out we didn't. Okay, pod install, but it should. Okay, so I need to do this in the index.js. Okay, makes sense. Index.js, polyfill. Let's add another category. You know what? I'm just gonna refresh. Okay, we can pick the green one. I don't know. And let's track our sports, for example. There we go. Okay. Fixed. Okay, so polyfill. The get random values. Okay, so we got that. Let's also add a few 15 groceries. I don't know, we'll stick with bananas again. Oh, okay, there's the UX. There's the UX. So add. When we actually click on the submit expense, aside from writing, creating all of these things, right, we want to clear out. Yeah, and this needs to be refactored. Okay, so clear form, right? So we want to do set amount. An empty string, and it's a string because yeah, it's an input. It's an ordinary input. Then we cast it. We want to set the recurrence to none, set the date to today, note empty, and categories is the first one. There we go. So after submitting the expense, we want to clear the form, right? There we go. I'm gonna add now 85. We can pick sports, and we can do sneakers. And I don't know, 77 for phone. There we go. Let's erase all of that again. Boom. Nice. What happened? Accessing objects of type category which has been invalidated or deleted. Oh, check this out. This thing, right? That's the thing. Okay. Okay. Category color, category name. Mm-hmm. You think it's this one? Because we basically deleted all of the categories, but I'm not sure. Let's check it out again. No, it's actually not that. Okay, so let's try to find that. Two minutes ago, C++ exception. What? Oh, wait a minute. There's also a screenshot. That's nice. In add. Okay, so we know that it's in the add screen, and that's... It makes sense, right? Because we're there, but... Oh, wait a minute. We are not in the add screen, right? We are in the settings screen, but the add screen is still... Yeah, the add screen is still active because it's a tab controller. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah. RCT alert controller. React alert controller. Accessing object of type category which has been invalidated or deleted. Yeah. So where do we use realm here? We do this and then we do the categories. There's like the first reference. Maybe this is the... No. This looks like a realm thingy. Okay. Let me just zoom out a little bit. But yeah. Is present in both collection and object, neither am using. If I delete one object in another view and then return, it throws this error. Okay, so let's see. I've seen the same error. It seems that you pass an object to navigation, delete this object while the object is still in the navigation stack. It will trigger the error. I found it's working if I pass an ID. Retrieve again the object on the navigated view, but then make a decision. Deletion. But this is sure not the right solution. I got the same error too. Okay. Realm open, and you'll need to query for the object you want to delete. Also, it's a good idea to separate your realm code from your presentation. This is how I'm using realm to dispatch a redux action. Okay, that's alright, but still, we don't really pass the ID here, right? After removal of the realm object. After removal of the realm object, I have not updated the store and applied to him on the screen where I had this error. That is, the problem was that I applied to already remote data. I solved the problem just updating the store after deleting the... I had this issue as well. The reason why I was not referencing to an object of realmdb in a list view in one particular was creating a clone of the object. This way, when a row was deleted, all references within the row pointed at a clone instead of an object. They do not exist anymore. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is the case, but there's like an is valid, so we can do is if it's valid, then we can return it. I mean, this is in the use state, right? Otherwise, it can be undefined. It can easily be undefined. Okay. All right, so let's reload and try that again. I'm gonna create a new category. Add, go back, and because we're talking about the category, nope, it still persists. Okay, so categories. It has to be... Is it this? Maybe that's the... Maybe that's the issue. Let's try that again. So, add. We can see that we have the bills here. Erase. Nope. The course is going great. Right now, I have just finished the first video, but I'm picking up the pace. That's cool, man. Thanks for watching. And we are getting kicked here. It already extends the realm object. Okay. Use query. This is internal as well. And it's a hook. Create realm contexts. But why though? Like... Data equals categories. No way. I mean, I don't think. But who knows? Okay. Bills. Let's go back. Add screen. Of course, we got nothing right now, but I don't care. Erase all data. No way. Flat lists. Huh? Flat lists. So let me... Yeah. Bottom sheet flat lists. See that? So the category is here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so categories of 0. Key prop set. What? No. Hold on. Let's go back and actually do this. This is okay, so it's not the thing that breaks. This as well, this is okay. but the way we're using the categories here. So I'm just gonna do categories of the first one. If it's valid, right? Pass the categories. Otherwise, pass an empty array. And I think this would make sense. So we are doing the check first. We're doing the check first. If this is undefined, if there is no first element, then we're going to revert to an empty array. If there is a first element, then we're going to check if it's valid, right? If it's valid, and okay, it's all good. Otherwise, just give me an empty array. Okay. Let's see if that fixed it. Bills. Add screen. Something's wrong over there, but we need to see why. But if I erase all data now, there we go. Right, we don't have anything. Okay. Okay, but then what about that first one? Bills. Let's go back. We don't see it. If I hit refresh, we're gonna see it. Yeah. And that's not cool. That is not cool. Actually, hold on. You know, I just want to change something real quick. Auto closing, no. Auto closing quotes. I just want to bring it back to language defined, because I find myself that I actually need console.log. Yeah, okay. All right, let's check out the categories now. Do we have anything? Yeah, I'm gonna delete. Oh. No way. What is going on? And I'm gonna say it again, right? So we get pretty much the same thing with a third-party package, right? There's the Gore Home bottom sheet. It's a really good package, right? But there's something wrong if you mix it up with a library like Realm. So that's weird, right? Alright, now we can see that we have a category. But what happens with the actual input, right? We do need to see that over there. Date, node, and category. Category, name. See that? Ah, okay, I got it. Yeah. So we're setting this only initially, right? But if category, yeah, we have to do this. Oh man, I hate this. So I don't know of a better way, but if when the categories change and the category, so if the categories at length is greater than 0, but also the category is undefined, so we want to do this only once. That's when we want to set the bills, right? Let's delete and see if it breaks again. Of course it does. So whatever we did was not the case. We fixed a different bug, but no, not this one. Okay, so I'm just gonna comment this out to try if it comes from the bottom sheet. Maybe it's not from the bottom sheet, but I don't really know where it would come from because the categories are only being used here. Clear form doesn't get executed. Okay. Bills, go back, add, we can see bills now. Okay, that's fixed. Erase all data. Okay, I officially have no clue what happens. If we look at Sentry, you see that the exception happened within the alert controller, but we don't really have any alert controllers in the add screen. But wait a minute, the alert, maybe the bottom sheet flat list, the actual bottom sheet implements the alert controller. I don't know. All right, so I'm just gonna comment out the whole bottom sheet and try that again. Because of this C++ issue, we can't really pinpoint the exact location. Plus, I don't have the source maps and those things set up. Okay, let's see. Categories. Bills. Go back, add screen, take a pic, erase all data. It's not that, see? It is not that. So then I guess it's this. No, we don't have any categories. And then all of this. Alright, so I'm just gonna do this. So we're not using the use query and realm, I don't know. I'm not gonna use realm as well, so I'm just gonna comment these out. And let's see now. Okay, add categories. Bills, go back, take a pic, erase. Alright, so it's somewhere around here. Let's see if we can obtain the realm instance. If not, it's probably the use query, right? Bills, go back, take a pic, erase. There we go. So it is the use query. It is the use query. All right, so you see that? That's weird. Realm.objects. All right, maybe we should use that instead. I don't know. Maybe we should use that instead. Okay, bills. Do we have it? Of course we don't have it. We have it now, but not before. We don't use query, so if I erase all the data now, we should be fine. So use query is broken. This is not being updated. Yeah. Alright, so we have a problem. These are all the tasks, but they don't have typings, right? What type category? Now it's okay. Accessing object of type category which has been invalidated or deleted. Okay, let's just like reload. And use query is broken. Yeah. Oh, come on now, what is it? Okay, now we have bills, which is good. And we had it even at the first time. So I'm gonna erase this. And it's still here. Okay. I think there's a watcher. We're not gonna be needing this anymore. But there is a way to subscribe. React to changes. Yeah. See that? On change. Dogs. We get all of the dogs right here. And we can do dogs add. Okay. Alright, so categories change. On categories change. So on dogs change, dogs and changes. Categories. There's changed. New categories and changes. Are we gonna need? We're not gonna be needing these. I don't need the changes. We're not gonna parse that. So if the new categories that length is greater than 0, then you can set a category, right? But no, we actually need to in any way. So we're just gonna do this. And now we need a use effect. So we can add. Oh. And because we're not using the categories, we need to also add the categories. Right? So if we have the categories, we want to do categories, add listener, change. On categories, change. What's up with that? One argument, but got two. Collection and changes. Oh. Okay, so add listener. What do we do here? This is not accepted. At most 1 expected, but 2 supply. Wait. Okay, there we go. Sorry, our fault. You're okay. But now we need to return a cleanup function that does categories that remove listener on categories change. Because we want to clean up afterwards. It's not like it's ever gonna happen. I mean, if it is going to happen if we go to the, let's see, go to the categories screen. Nice. Way to go. And guess what? This is not the actual cleanup. This is the actual cleanup. Okay. Let's try that again. Actually, I want to add another one here. Listener added. There we go. Listener added. If I navigate away, the cleanup is not going to happen, but if I click here, the cleanup still doesn't happen, right? So yeah, we pretty much don't even have the cleanup, but let's just keep the cleanup here, okay? So on categories change, whenever they change, I want to set the category here, right? As we can see, we have no categories. Let's add a log here. Setting category. What are you setting? There's nothing to set. Setting category. See that? But it's undefined. That's the... Okay, so I'm gonna clean this. When we add bills, we should see setting category. There we go. So when we go back to the add screen, this has already happened. Category has a value now. There we go. See that? What about if we erase the data now? Setting category again, right? So it means that if I go back to the add screen, we should not see the setting category. There we go. Okay. Okay. Actually, we don't use the... Do we use the use effect anymore? Ah, yeah, of course we do. For the listener. Okay, so... fixed... invalidated, yeah. Fixed deleted object access issue in add screen. Okay. Okay, so we fixed this, we fixed that, we fixed the chart, we added this, we added cleaning up the form. Well then, I guess this is the end of the road, my friends. I think this is the end of the road. We actually did it. We actually finished the React Native app in 13 episodes. Woo! Time for Android. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about the Android thingy. Okay. Okay, we are at the end of React Native. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the series. I did as well. Even though like we stumbled upon like some bugs and we had to refactor the app a few times and I don't know, whatever happens, I still think it's an interesting way to develop mobile apps, right? I mean, yeah, I'm still new to this, and I think the React Native ecosystem is a fairly colorful place, so you need to know the ins and outs. Yeah, Air Hogan, I'll probably be there for every Android stream. Yeah, let's make it happen. But yeah, it went good. It went good anyways. I mean, the UI wise, the implementation, we did it in a record time, I think, because yeah, I have experience with React, so it wasn't really there was no learning curve, etc. It was more we had spent more energy in SwiftUI and the Flutter one, because it's like a totally new language for me, right? Dart and Swift. But yeah, I would still add Flutter as the first. But the difference is not too big with React Native. I don't know, maybe if I give React Native a more fair chance and like actually try to get to know the ecosystem much better and do the same for Flutter, yeah, I think my opinion will change. My opinion will definitely change. I don't think I have enough experience because I've been working with like one month and a half or something like that. I think that's like, that experience is too small to pick. But if we're talking about my personal preferences, yeah, doesn't matter. I hope you enjoyed this series. We are continuing with Android, native Android, but we're going to be using Kotlin and Jetpack Compose. Okay, that's also new for me. I haven't worked with any of those two technologies before, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, thank you for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next week. Ciao, ciao.